Every day, Americans drive cars knowing full well the risks of being injured in an accident. Would you completely avoid doing something simply because it had risks? As the use of the internet and social media websites increases, so do the risks of being a victim of cyberbullying. Is this a good enough reason to prevent children from using social media websites altogether? Just like many people my age, I have been using the internet for most of my life. I have seen others being bullied countless times over the internet, and I have also been a victim of cyberbullying myself. In September of 2011, Fox News published an article written by Penny Young Nance in which she argues that parents should be much more strict with their children's use of social media websites, basically to the point where they completely control their internet social life. Today I'm going to tell you why I disagree with this method and instead believe that parents should allow their children to have some freedom with social media. Personally, I believe that sheltering your child from something just because it has a risk is not a healthy way to deal with a problem. Keeping your child off of certain social media websites does not protect them from being bullied. They could be bullied over less popular websites or applications. Also, bullies can use social media to attack others even if the victims themselves are not using social media. For instance, a rumor can be started about a child via social media websites and spread throughout a school even if the child is not using social media websites. And if a child is not using social media, they can be completely unaware if others are posting mean comments about them online. Keeping a child off of social media sites will not prevent them from being bullied over the internet, but it could keep them from forming new friendships and renewing old ones. Aside from issues of bullying, there is also the question of age restrictions on certain social media websites such as Facebook. Many social media websites require children to be age 13 or older in order to create an account. However, when it comes to a child's level of maturity, there is a very small difference between age 12 and 13. In the article, the woman states that if a child is younger than age 13 and is caught lying about their age in order to create an account on Facebook, the website is able to ban them for life. She insists that while it may be hard for Facebook to enforce this rule because of the sheer number of users, it shouldn't be hard for parents to do it themselves. It is unrealistic to expect parents to completely prohibit their children to use social media websites simply because they are younger than age 13. Nowadays, even children in elementary school have smartphones, which allows them to have easier access to social media websites and applications. Sheltering your children from social media sites at age 12 does not protect them from being bullied over the internet, especially when you allow them to use it months or even weeks later when they turn 13 years old. While some social media websites may have age restrictions, younger kids still are joining the social media world in other ways. For this reason, children should be taught internet etiquette early on. Keeping a child away from the internet is not a smart method in order to help them understand the proper ways to use social media. According to a study done by Daily Mail, approximately 59% of children are social networking by age 10. Nowadays, the internet is a huge part of everyday life, so children should be introduced to it early on. Parents should be teaching their children how to be polite over the internet and how to use social media properly. This can help prevent children from being both bullies and bullied. Rather than hide them from the internet that is becoming such an important part of everyday life, parents should be teaching their children how to be safe on the internet. In her article, Nance even admits that she is a mean mother because of how strict she is with her daughter's use of social media. But you don't have to be a mean parent to be a good parent. There is nothing wrong with watching over your child's safety, but you don't have to completely control everything they do. All in all, it is okay to provide guidance when your child is social networking, but it is unnecessary to completely monitor them or prevent them from using the internet altogether. After all, if people entirely avoided things that came with a little risk, we would not be doing countless activities that are a huge part of everyday life today. Thank you.